Hello there, my dear friends. You know it's a funny thing, isn't it? One day you're chasing grandkids around the park with the vigor of a spring lamb, and the next, you find yourself pausing a little longer before stepping off a curb. You notice that your legs, those once unyielding allies, feel a bit wobbly, a bit tired, and perhaps a bit weaker. It's a common refrain I hear from folks my age, and even folks a bit younger than me. Arthur, they'll say, "My legs just aren't what they used to be." And you know what? They're absolutely right. Now, before you get disheartened and think this is just some inevitable march toward dependence, I want to take a deep breath. Because while it's true that our bodies change as we age, understanding why these changes happen is the first, most crucial step towards doing something about it. And trust me, my friends, there's plenty we can do. We're not just going to sit here and lament. We're going to understand, and then we're going to act. So pull up a comfy chair, perhaps grab your own cuppa, and let's dive into the 5 main reasons why our legs, and indeed our overall strength, can start to wane after that grand milestone of 60 years young. And then we're going to talk about some wonderfully simple, yet incredibly powerful ways to fight back, to rebuild that strength, and to keep those legs carrying us joyfully for many, many more years to come. Because life, my friends, is meant to be walked, run, danced, and lived to the fullest. All right, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Our first, and perhaps most talked about, reason for weakening legs as we age is something called sarcopenia. Now, that's a fancy word, isn't it? Sounds like something out of a medical textbook, but it simply means the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Think of our muscles like well-fed, energetic children running around. When we're young, we have plenty of them, and they're bursting with energy. But as we get older, if we're not actively using them, those muscular children start to pack their bags and move out. We naturally begin to lose muscle tissue at a rate of about 3% to 8% per decade after the age of 30, and this rate accelerates even more after 60. It's not just the size of the muscle that shrinks, mind you, but also the quality. The muscle fibers themselves become less efficient. It's like having fewer workers, and the ones you do have are a bit slower and less productive. Now, this isn't just about feeling a bit weaker when you lift the grocery bags. This muscle loss affects our balance, our gait, and our ability to perform everyday tasks. It's why you might feel less stable on your feet or find it harder to get up from a low chair. It's a silent thief, slowly pilfering away our strength if we don't actively combat it. But the good news, my friends, is that this thief can be caught and even reversed. We'll get to the how to in just a bit. Just remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. And nowhere is that truer than with our precious muscles. Our second major player in the weakening leg saga is poor circulation. Now, think of your body as a magnificent, intricate city, and your blood, well, that's the delivery service, carrying vital nutrients, oxygen, and all the good stuff to every single building, every single corner, including your legs. As we age, our blood vessels, those superhighways and tiny alleyways, can start to become a bit congested. They might stiffen, narrow, or accumulate plaque, which is a bit like rust building up in old pipes. This reduced blood flow means your leg muscles aren't getting the fresh fuel they need. Imagine a car trying to run on fumes. If your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen and nutrients, they simply can't perform at their best. They'll fatigue more easily, feel weaker, and might even ache or cramp. Conditions like peripheral artery disease, or PAD, are classic examples of this. It's where narrowed arteries reduce blood flow to your limbs, often your legs. You might experience pain when walking, numbness, or even a feeling of coldness in your feet. Good circulation is paramount, not just for strength, but for the overall health of your leg tissues. It impacts nerve function, skin health, and even wound healing. So, if your internal delivery service isn't running smoothly, it's going to show up in the strength and vitality of your legs. We need to keep those highways clear and those deliveries flowing. Moving right along to our third reason, one that can be particularly sneaky: nerve damage, or as the doctors often call it, neuropathy. Now, your nervous system is like the electrical wiring of your body. It sends messages from your brain to your muscles, telling them when and how to move. It also carries messages back to your brain, letting you know about sensations like touch, pain, and temperature. As we get older, or if we have certain health conditions, these delicate nerves can become damaged. Diabetes is a common culprit here, causing what's known as diabetic neuropathy, where high blood sugar levels can slowly but surely erode nerve fibers, especially in the legs and feet. Other causes can include vitamin deficiencies, certain medications, or even just general wear and tear over time. When the nerves in your legs are damaged, those signals between your brain and muscles get garbled, or they don't get through at all. This means your brain can't tell your leg muscles to contract as strongly or as precisely as they should. It can lead to weakness, numbness, tingling, and even a loss of balance and coordination. Imagine trying to drive a car when the steering wheel is only partially connected. It's just not going to respond as it should. Nerve damage can make your legs feel disconnected, less responsive, and ultimately weaker. It's a complex issue, but awareness is the first step towards managing it. Our fourth reason, one that many of us are intimately familiar with, is spinal issues. The spine. That magnificent stack of bones and cushions that holds us upright. It's the central command center for so many of our bodily functions, including sending those vital nerve signals down to our legs. As we age, our spines undergo a lot of changes. The discs, those spongy cushions between our vertebrae, can degenerate or bulge. Arthritis can develop in the small joints of the spine, and sometimes the spinal canal itself can narrow, a condition called spinal stenosis. All these things can put pressure on the nerves that exit the spinal cord and travel down to your legs. Think of it like a garden hose. If you put a kink in that hose, the water flow gets restricted. Similarly, when a nerve in your spine is compressed, the signals to your leg muscles can be weakened or interrupted. This can lead to pain, numbness, tingling, and most definitely, weakness in one or both legs. Sciatica, for instance, is a common symptom of a compressed sciatic nerve, causing pain and weakness that radiates down the leg. So, while you might think of leg weakness as purely a leg problem, sometimes the root of the issue lies much higher up, right there in your trusty spine. Taking care of our backs is taking care of our legs. And finally, our fifth reason, one that is often overlooked but incredibly important, mineral imbalances. Our bodies are incredibly complex chemical factories, and they rely on a delicate balance of minerals and electrolytes to function optimally. When these levels are off, it can throw a wrench into the works, particularly when it comes to muscle and nerve function. Minerals like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and even vitamin D, which acts a lot like a hormone and helps with calcium absorption, are crucial for muscle contraction, nerve signal transmission, and bone health. If you're deficient in, say, potassium or magnesium, you might experience muscle cramps, fatigue, and general weakness. A deficiency in vitamin D can lead to bone pain and muscle weakness because it plays a vital role in keeping our bones strong, which in turn support our muscles. These imbalances can be caused by poor diet, certain medications, or even underlying health conditions. It's like trying to bake a cake without enough flour or sugar. The end result just isn't going to be right. Our muscles need these essential building blocks to contract properly and efficiently. So, paying attention to what we put into our bodies is paramount, not just for overall health, but specifically for the strength and vitality of our legs. Now, I know that might have sounded like a lot of potential problems and perhaps a bit daunting, but remember what I said at the beginning? We're not here to just identify problems. We're here to find solutions. And the truly wonderful thing is that many of these solutions are simple, accessible, and remarkably effective. We can fight back, my friends. We can reclaim that strength and vitality in our legs. So, let's talk about how to turn the tide. Our first and arguably most important solution is exercise, particularly strength training. This is your secret weapon against sarcopenia. My friends, remember those muscle children who packed up and left? Well, strength training sends them a loud, clear invitation to come back home and bring their friends. You don't need to become a bodybuilder overnight. Heavens no! Simple, consistent strength exercises can make a profound difference. Think about things like bodyweight squats, even just sitting down and standing up from a chair repeatedly, wall push-ups, calf raises while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, or even using light resistance bands. Lifting light weights, if you have access to them, is excellent. The key is progressive overload, gradually challenging your muscles a little bit more over time. Even just 15 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, can stimulate muscle growth and improve nerve function. And remember, consistency trumps intensity every single time. It's like planting a garden. Small, regular efforts yield beautiful results. And if you're unsure where to start, consult with a doctor or a physical therapist. They can guide you safely. Our second powerful solution is proper nutrition. We talked about mineral imbalances, didn't we? Well, this is where we address them head on. Your legs, indeed your whole body, are built from the food you eat. So, fueling them with the right stuff is absolutely critical. Focus on a diet rich in lean protein. Protein is the building block for muscle, and as we age, our bodies actually need more protein to maintain muscle mass. Think chicken, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, and Greek yogurt. Don't shy away from healthy fats either, like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, which support overall health and inflammation reduction. And load up on fruits and vegetables. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect your cells and support nerve and muscle function. Think of your plate as a rainbow. The more colors, the better. And remember those vital minerals. Ensure you're getting enough magnesium from leafy greens, nuts, seeds, potassium from bananas, sweet potatoes, and calcium from dairy, fortified plant milks, leafy greens. A balanced diet is your foundation for strength. Next up, a simple yet often overlooked hero, hydration. Water, my friends, is life, and it's absolutely essential for muscle function, nerve transmission, and maintaining good circulation. Think about it. Your blood is mostly water. If you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, making it harder for your heart to pump it efficiently to your legs. This exacerbates poor circulation, making your muscles feel sluggish and weak. Even mild dehydration can impair physical performance and lead to fatigue and muscle cramps. So, make a habit to drink water throughout the day. Don't wait until you're thirsty, because by then you're already a bit behind. Keep a water bottle handy. Sip on herbal teas. And remember that many fruits and vegetables also contribute to your fluid intake. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day, but adjust based on your activity level and the climate. Hydrated muscles are happy muscles, and happy muscles are strong muscles. Our 4 solution ties directly into those spinal issues we discuss: good posture and spinal health. Remember how a kink in the hose affects the water flow? Well, poor posture is like a persistent kink in your spinal hose, potentially compressing those vital nerves that go to your legs. Be mindful of how you sit, stand, and even sleep. Try to keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and your core gently engaged. Avoid prolonged sitting and slouch positions. Simple stretches and gentle exercises like yoga or Pilates can do wonders for spinal flexibility and strength, which in turn takes pressure off those nerves. If you have chronic back pain, please speak to your doctor or a physical therapist. They can help you identify specific exercises and strategies to protect your spine. A healthy spine is a healthy pathway for those nerve signals, ensuring your legs get all the instructions they need to stay strong. And finally, my dear friends, our 5th solution, one that encompasses all the others: regular checkups and addressing underlying health conditions. This is perhaps the most crucial advice of all. While these general solutions are powerful, sometimes leg weakness is a symptom of something deeper, something that needs professional attention. If you're experiencing persistent weakness, numbness, pain, or any concerning symptoms, please do not hesitate to talk to your doctor. They can perform tests to check for conditions like diabetes, thyroid issues, vitamin deficiencies, or those circulatory and nerve problems we discussed. Early diagnosis and treatment of these underlying conditions can make a world of difference in preventing further weakness and improving your quality of life. Think of your doctor as your trusted mechanic for your body. Regular tune-ups and addressing warning lights promptly can keep you running smoothly for years to come. So there you have it, my friends. 5 reasons why our legs might start to feel a bit weaker after 60, and 5 powerful, practical solutions to help you regain and maintain that vital strength. It's not about turning back the clock. No. It's about making the most of the time we have, about staying active, independent, and joyful in our golden years. Remember, every small step you take towards better health is a victory. It's a testament to your resilience, your wisdom, and your desire to live life to the fullest. Don't let those wobbly legs tell you otherwise. With a little bit of understanding, a dash of effort, and a whole lot of self-care, you can keep those beautiful legs carrying you on new adventures, to visit loved ones, and to simply enjoy the quiet beauty of a walk in the park. Thank you for joining me on the Veteran Wisdom Path today. If you found this helpful, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing so you don't miss our next chat. Share this with someone you care about who might benefit from these insights. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and keep that incredible mind of yours shining brightly.